Hey guys, so today we're gonna work on a straight razor 5/8. It's a PoPo. It's a Japanese razor made from Swedish steel. So it's a very nice razor with a tiny Spanish tip, so we'll have to be careful when using it. The Spanish tips can be a bit nasty sometimes. It's quite in good shape, I would say. I mean, very good shape even. There is no mark of oxidations or anything. So the first thing we're gonna check is does it cut the arms hair just by passing the blade 2-3 millimeters above the skin, and no, not really. So there is a bevel, but the edge is not there. Okay, few dents also we need to correct, but hopefully the edge isn't too bad. So here it's weird because we can see a different style of honing, you see, probably because one spot was forgotten by the previous owner when he honed it. We can see that most of the blade has been honed with synthetic stones. We can see the marks, and a little bit was probably done with a slurry. So we need to check that the blade is actually not slightly curved or twisted. Let's reset the bevel. We put a bit of protective tape on the spine. Now we'll use my Sharpie slightly on the edge, and what the Sharpie is for is when you pass the blade on the stone, the Sharpie should get removed equally everywhere. If not, it means either your move is not right or the blade is slightly twisted. So here we will reset the bevel, so we will use the Shapton 1000 stone at first, and recently I like to use this Atoma diamond plate to raise the slurry on the Shapton. That makes it a lot more efficient to build a bevel from scratch, and a lot more fast also. So that's it. Put a bit of water on it, we have our slurry, and we start. So I will start with small circles and back and forward on one side. So at this step we can put quite a lot of, not a lot, but quite some pressure on the blade. But we need to make sure that the blade is very flat on the stone. And on this specific blade, by looking at how the Sharpie went off, I can see actually that on the heel and on the nose the Sharpie didn't get away, so which means the blade is slightly curved. We'll need to play with the wrist to make sure that the edge is honed equally everywhere. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to cut my arm hair just above the skin without touching the skin, and that's a good sign to tell me if I can move to the next stone or not. Always make sure to be very careful when you're drying your blade with a cloth. Okay, here we're catching hairs, which is a good sign. don't know if you'll be able to see, but yeah, there's enough for me. So we'll check under the microscope our new edge. So here it's not too bad. We've reset the bevel, we've removed the dents, so we can move to next stone. We're gonna clean this stone, make sure it's dry, and we're gonna move to the Shapton 5000. The same process here, just we won't raise the slurry, we just use clear water. You can help yourself with your other hand to put on the blade, but without putting any pressure on it, just to ensure the blade is fully flat on the stone. The good thing about the microscope is it will show you straight away if you forgot a spot or not. And now we use the standard X stroke. I'm always checking if I can see the light beam across the edge. So now we're gonna move to the finishing stone, which is a Japanese natural stone, the JNAT, and this one is a Nakayama LV5++. So it's a really hard stone, perfect for finishing. And we're gonna use it with the first stone, which is an Asano Nagura Tenjyou. So here we're gonna raise the slurry. So the Tenjyou will be around 7k crit. I'm saying around because most of the, on all the JNAT, you can't really give a defined grit. It's always like approximative. So you can watch here the slurry, it will give you a good indication on how flat is the blade and if you miss any spot. The slurry should move with the edge to the other side of the stone. Always checking the beam of light, if it's going well across the edge, and then under the microscope. So here we can see a really nice edge done by JNAT. So it removes all the previous stones marks. And we're good to move to next stone, which is the Asano Nagura Mejiro. So we clean the base stone, put a bit of water, and again raise the slurry. Same process, we go with our X strokes. And because this blade is slightly twisted, we need to curve a bit the wrist from the heel to the top. We're good to move to the next one, which is a Tomo Nagura. So the Tomo Nagura is almost as hard as the base stone. So that will give us a grit on 10-12k. Push back toward us the slurry to start with the blade directly on it. And at this stage we don't need to apply a lot of pressure, almost none actually. Only the weight of the blade is enough. The most important is to have the whole edge touching the stone. And with this stone, because this is the last Nagura, we're gonna cut it with water 2 times or 3 times until we go with clear water on the base stone. That will increase the grit and have a finer finishing. And that's it. Now we are with clear water. You can even hear it. It's very sleek. Again, be very careful when you clean a blade. And this is the final edge. Perfectly flat, no marks. That should be perfect. And now, what we're gonna do is remove the protective tape from the blade. Again, make sure you are very careful. Clean the blade, we don't want any glue on it. And the next step will be to strop the blade with a laser strop. So usually I will give around 150 laps on a strop, which is plenty, that's really enough. And after that I will do the hanging hair test. So you just take a hair, yours or someone else, and what you want to do is just to apply the hair, take it from one side and apply the hair on the edge and see if it cuts straight away. That's what you're looking for. And this on all different areas of the edge. You can't hear it, but you can see it jumping. So yeah, that's perfect here. And then I had obviously a shave test with this razor, which was really nice, really smooth. So that's it. We are not done with this razor. It is fully shave ready and you can use it straight away. Thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please put a thumbs up. Bye now.